want to ask you, are you ready to take control of your future? Are you ready to stop waiting and start creating the life that you truly want? Okay, well, I want today to be your turning point. This is your chance to take a pause, zoom out, and dream vividly about the life that you were born to live. Okay? So today is a chance to align your actions with your dreams. So are you ready to design your dream life? Come on, are you ready to design your dream life? That's more like it. So, I want us to have a look at the human life cycle. Let's look at the typical life cycle. Actually, when I look at this, I feel like life is quite short. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. But none of us know really how many days we truly have in this world. Our years move faster than we think. I look, and in a blink of an eye, my sons are 6 and 10 already, and it feels like yesterday when they were born. That's why planning really matters, because without direction, life just passes by. I don't know if anyone feels like that, but life can just pass by in a blink of an eye. And really, there are 2 great days in a person's life. I think when you are born, and then the day that you really find your why, your purpose. So let's make today a discovery of why and what we are building and how we can do it. So like Eddie said, we are born, and then we can make choices, and then we die. I want to share with you this Dr. Daniel Amen. Actually, I've been following him and studying him as well. He's a brain expert, and he has scanned over 260,000 brains. He's very popular in USA. And actually, he teaches exactly the same concept, the life scenario. He actually calls it, which I really like the name as well, a one-page miracle. The name is really simple but powerful, the life scenario, our miracle page. We can change. So science actually backs this up. So he's a psychiatrist, a neurologist, and he believes that setting goals, they're not just writing a to-do list, they're actually activating a powerful area in our brain. So actually this is scientific, especially the prefrontal cortex. This part of the brain actually helps you plan, focus, and it controls our impulses. It's like your internal GPS, like your Google Maps and your braking system all in one, this powerful brain, the prefrontal cortex. So when it's working well, it helps you say no to distraction. And actually it helps you say yes to what truly matters. But actually, if it's not working well, then you become more impulsive and you're more likely to say yes to things that pull you into the wrong direction. So that's why goal setting is so powerful. Every time you plan your life with intention, you're not just changing your future, you're rewiring your brain. Science says this. So life scenario planning is brain training. You can reshape your brain and your choices and your life. Isn't that amazing and clever? Our human brains are so clever. So you can all make a change today. What does a balanced life mean to you? I want to ask. How's your relationships? How's work? How's your goals in work? How's your money goals? How's your health goals? Do you spend time on yourself? What about the community? So these are all areas of the balanced life. Chairman Han-Gil Park, he really sums up a balanced life beautifully. It's about living well, loving deeply, learning continuously, and contributing meaningfully. Money matters, yes? Yes, I'm sure we all know money matters, but what truly counts is knowing what you want to do with that money. He wants healthy, happy, and successful Atomians all around the world. And Chairman Hankil Park, he is a firm believer that if you have a vision, you should say it out loud. Yes, have you all heard our slogan this year, words over matter? Yeah, you've heard mind over matter, but Atomy this year we're saying words over matter. You should write it down and say it out loud. This makes the chances of it becoming reality much stronger. We can't just visualize it and expect it all to happen. I mean, that would be amazing. You have to align, you will not work if you do not align your goals with actions. I read somewhere that actually, if you think it, your will is 10% of it coming true, your goals, if you just think it. If you write it down, it's 47% more likely to come true. And if you actually add accountability, so writing it down, sharing it with your sponsor, your mentor, your partners, you have an increased chance of it coming true by 76%. Isn't that fascinating? So we are repeatedly what we do. This is excellence then is not act, but a habit. Okay, this is from Aristotle. He's an ancient Greek philosopher. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Tiny decisions made daily can actually shape your identity and future. To achieve a balanced life, we must design healthy habits that work for you. So this, I'm teaching you now how to create your life scenario, how you write it down, how you create your goals. So this is a habit loop, and consistency is key. So this is a habit loop that actually a lot of people also study, that you need to have a cue, so a trigger when you set your goals, an alarm. For example, my cue to becoming healthier, I have an alarm that wakes me up earlier, so that's my trigger, my alarm. I do that early before my noisy family wake up. My routine now that I've set is that I drink water in the morning, I take my Atomy supplements. Before my crazy family, noisy family wake me up and disturb my peace, I feed my fish so that I make sure they live a healthy life too. And I stretch and I do Pilates. And what is my reward now? I'm seeing doing this every day. My fish are alive. My body is getting stronger, and every day I feel less stressed just by starting the day a little bit earlier before my noisy boys wake up. And it just gives me that positive energy for the day. So that's like a loop cycle, and it takes about 30 to 90 days for a habit to really become now natural. At the beginning, it was a little bit difficult waking up really early before my kids if I'm working late. But actually, if I force myself, I said I have to do it 30 to 90 days, and now my body just wakes up early. It's just natural. So make sure you review, is your cue working? Look for easy wins, okay? Choose habits that make a difference and move you closer to your goals. Don't create a cue or trigger that probably won't work for you. For example, if you want to get healthier, but you absolutely hate running, don't put running as a goal. Choose something that will help you, that more aligned with what you can do and what you enjoy to create that exercise habit, for example. So I really want to give some tips when you write your goals for your life scenario. You should write approach goals. So focus on what you want and set approach goals, not avoidance goals. So for example, you don't want to set an avoidance goal, which is something that will drive you away from undesirable outcomes. I give you the same example, again, of being healthier. An approach goal, for example, is I'm going to take a walk in the afternoon after work. An avoidant goal would just be I'm not going to be lazy in the afternoons. Can you see the difference? Set positive goals. So hopefully you've all been given a life scenario worksheet, and it's set out like this. And I really want you to focus on 4 areas that I just explained to you. The 4 circles of a balanced life. So I'm actually lucky. This is my example. Every time I do this lecture, I get to review my life cycle and really review my goals. And every time I'm having tweaks and changing it. But these are my goals that I like to review, and I'm set overall. Of the 4 areas, what do I want? So you have to think about what you really want. To live well, health is so important to me. You can take everything from me, money, my job, but actually you can take success away from me and I can rebuild it. But if you take health away from me, I have nothing. So health to live well is very important. I want you, when you set your goals, to write in first person. So for example, I will. Keep a positive tone. For example, I will sleep every day by 11 p.m. and I'll stop using the phone before bedtime and the first thing in the morning, because I know that it can be addictive for me on the phone. So I set that goal. I will do that. I will exercise every day in the morning with a mix of spin and plank. So can you see where I'm coming from? I will. These are the goals that I want you to set. Of course, we may have bad days, okay? But the life scenario, having the life scenario really pulls you back to what you are trying to achieve. Be specific, okay? Don't just set loose goals. I want you to be specific. Because, for example, here I've put, to self-develop, I will listen to podcasts and audiobooks on my commute to work every day. Can you see, I've set a target, a task, every day in the car on my commute to work. To read a book every day before bed. To attend church every Sunday. So can you see, I'm being very specific with a day, a time scale. Then you can give yourself accountability. Align with your values, so your dream should reflect who you truly are and what's important to you. Visualize success as you're writing your goals. Take time to really picture yourself achieving these goals. Don't be afraid to dream. Okay, I'll skip. So I want you to write this, and then I want you to discuss it with your partners. Do this together. Go on a journey together, building commitments and driving, what is the drive in your teams? And know what is their why. I want you to grow together to achieve together. And remember, it's more likely to come true. If you write this now together, it's more likely to come true by 76%. Then when you've written all of your goals, you can start plotting your score from 1 to 5. How satisfied are you in achieving that goal? 1 meaning meaning you've not achieved it yet, you're very unsatisfied, and 5 meaning you're very satisfied in achieving your goals. Join the dots so then you can see how your life wheel is, okay? This is a life scenario wheel. Once you join the dots, if it's still looking a bit jagged, that means, keep reviewing, keep persevering in your goals and actions, because ultimately you're trying to achieve your dream. So I want you to make sure you print this out as well. Attach it on the wall, attach it on the fridge to keep reminding yourself what you have written down and visualized. And then on a daily basis, you have to ask yourself, is the behavior you're choosing, your choices that you're making, is it getting you to what you want? You've really written down what you want. Have your actions, are they aligning to what you really want? And it will help you focus your behavior on the things that really matter to you every day. And overall, I think you will become more self-aware and you'll create an intentional, purposeful life. And then you'll start expending your energy on joy and happiness. And then once you achieve it, can you see this wheel spinning in the middle? You'll have a nice wheel, but your goals will keep changing. You have to keep reviewing. When I wrote my life scenario 4 years ago, it was very different. I had different goals, and as I started to achieve it, I now evolve and I create new goals and new dreams. 4 years ago, I wrote on my life scenario, I would like to be able to be on stage and speak. And now, look at me. I think I deserve a cheer or a clap. Come on, guys. It means, when someone told me to go on stage and speak, I was petrified. I really was going to faint. And now, 4 years later, I can stand on stage and confidently share a life scenario and encourage people to really believe that you can do it. Because if you make the right choices, write it down. Even if you think it's not possible, it can be possible. So I want you to dream vividly and it will come true. So I want us all now to get our life scenarios. I've taught you how to write it. I really want you to write it with purpose. Speak to your partners, share what your dreams are, and write it down together now. And I'll put this in the background here to help give you an idea of the 4 areas to achieve your balanced life. And there's some tips that I've taken from the Atomy Global website, which you can use to give you examples. So you're ready to create your dreams? Okay, let's go. Let's get writing.